now tuned into Let's Talk Podcast, where we talk less but do more. And today we have another returning guest, Ambry.
Yes, hi.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm alive. I'm well. I thought I was in a good position the last time I came, but I feel even better.
That's great. You look good. You look amazing.
Thank you. You do too.
I feel like we only see each other twice a year. If we have an event and on my birthday, because I always get my lashes done.
Literally. And I think that's just life now, though. Like, we are accustomed to knowing that we're all still locked in without having to communicate so much or see each other so much, because life is life for everybody. So I love that about it.
Okay, if you don't know, Ambry was on episode... Now I got to know the episode. I want to say probably like it was episode 1 through 10. Yep. One of those first episodes. She was one of the first people I reached out to. Like, can you do my podcast, please? Yeah. So she was on a very, very early episode. A lot has changed since then. I can only imagine. Yes. Because we still talk. Like every year for my birthday, I get my lashes done, except for this year because I was in the water. But every year I get my lashes, and this is the only person who do my lashes. You just started your affirmations?
Yes, Ambry's Accountable Affirmations. So it's a daily text thread. It's pretty much sending out that affirmation while still holding yourself accountable. So it's bigger than I am X, Y, and Z. You are that, but what are you willing to apply to show that you believe that you are that? Because it's one thing to say, I can still think negatively and I can say, oh, I am great, I am this. But if I don't believe it, if I don't do the actions toward it, I'm still going to end up feeling the same or in the same position. So the accountable part is really, really the firmest part about it, because it shows that you are still these things, but to whom much is given, much is required. So what are you willing to do about it? And then in addition to the daily text affirmation, I have a short scripture at the end that aligns with the affirmation.
My only problem is, okay. As a woman working towards becoming a better woman, building her relationship with Christ, everything, how do you deal with when you slip? For example, I'm at the gym getting ready. You know, we take that gym pic before the gym pic, and this old ass lady, comes past, right? And she's like, oh, you gonna have a nice shape. You almost there. And I'm thinking,
bitch, I thought I was there.
I'm there. I've been there, you know? Yeah. So it was just like, I just really wanted to go in, but I was just like,
yeah.
God bless you.
Yeah.
How do you deal with stuff like that?
So a couple of years ago, I went to therapy for mental health, and this was like 2020. And one of the first things my therapist told me was, and she said it very bold. First of all, she said, how arrogant of you to think that everything is about you. Like, so don't take anything personal. She is fighting her own battle. She's dealing with her own battle because she knows that you look great. She knows that you look great. And that's why you were capturing yourself and taking a picture. So from her perspective, what can I do to throw some shade? Or what can I do to possibly tear down somebody who I know feel great about themselves? That's how I view what you just said. So from me to you, it wasn't personal. TC got her own little stuff going on. She got her own battle she's fighting. Or somebody may have pushed those insecurities onto her and she want to push them back onto you. And you block them.
And she wasn't even working out. She was like, oh, I don't work out. I'm just here to pick up my son.
And that's the problem. You should get in the field, TT.
Get in the field.
Get in the field.
For real. Because I know you watching.
TT, if you watching, get in the field.
What's new? Like, what's been going on? You have your affirmations. You do lashes. You still do your body butters and stuff.
Yes, I do body butters. I do scrubs. I do oils. It's that season where we're coming out of it, but the dry, cracked skin. So when I first started with the butters and the oils, I started and I was supposed to be all natural. I wanted it to be all natural. I didn't want to have any additives or any ingredients that could inflame or irritate the skin, because I have eczema, because I have dry skin, me as well as my children. So I started to get discouraged because I was seeing other people with all of these like fragrances and everybody's wanting the all these scents and the smell good. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe I should kind of conform and see if I can try out some of these scents. And what I realized was it took away from a part of the brand that I was the reason that I got into it. So I did take away any additives, any fragrances, any scents. It's all natural, completely natural. You can put it on anywhere, face, skin, anywhere, as well as with the scrubs. You can put it on anything, face, skin, inner thigh, hyperpigmentation, etc. So just knowing and through trial and error that, okay, what works for this person may not work for that person, and to not so much worry about what the mask was doing, but to remember why I started it, to remember the audience that I was looking for. So I had some hiccups with it, but we're back. We're back.
Something's changed. even the way you speak, something is different. I love it. Something is I remember when our last episode, you was like, you wanted to start your own podcast, and I'm like, what are you waiting for? Now you speak like, even your voice is just it's just like, I'm just intrigued. You see, I'm over here like, I'm intrigued. Something is so different. I really I love this.
Okay, so the difference, drum roll, I am single. That's the difference. That's the difference. And it's not, it's just more so that I am able to now, because I was in a relationship, a long-term relationship. And I feel like, I started to become, the relationship. I started to become, a girlfriend and a mother and all of these things. And I forgot to pour into me. And, exiting that relationship, I didn't realize how much about me I had to learn. So I thought I knew myself because I'm X, Y, and Z age. Oh, I know myself. I'm sure of myself. But living life on my own out in the real world as an individual is totally different. It allowed me to learn so much about myself as well as others, males, females, just everything about my relationships, whether personal relationships, intimate relationships. So it allowed me that freedom to actually research and pour more into me and figure out what I like again. I almost feel like I started over with my life. Like it was just a new chapter of life, and everybody's saying that, like, you glow and you this.
You like a butterfly coming out. You just came out the cocoon.
And they think, people, when they see you glow, they feel like, oh, it has to be you're dating, or whatever. And it's not that I'm not dating or anything. It's just more so I feel at peace. I feel free. And like I said, not because of the relationship, but just more so all of the relationships that I had around me. It was almost like once I found the strength to be able to say, okay, this is not where it's at right now. Once I walked away from that, I found the strength to walk away from
like a domino effect.
Like it was a domino effect. Like I realized how many things and people were in my life that just didn't belong. So that's it. It's peaceful.
You're like unrecognizable.
Oh my goodness. I like that. I like to hear that.
I immediately thought you was about to say you got a man. Because we always equate a woman looking so
glowing
good
and happy to a new relationship. No,
but I've been telling people lately, like, the peace that you get when you really get comfortable in your own, just your own everything. Like the other night, I'm like, this is my last carefree night. Like I should do something. And I'm like, I just want to go home and eat some spaghetti.
And that's it. That's doing something.
Like that peace you get is like euphoric.
Yeah.
But with you saying that, you basically like started over, because I know you because we're friends. You were literally like Tokyo's I own businesses. You had your businesses and you still were a woman, a mother. You still did like your womanly things. Yeah. So how do you feel about that right now? Because I feel like it's a big like wedge in between being like a modern like woman to a man and a family versus just being Miss Independent. You want to do everything by yourself.
Okay, so the transition was a transition. At first, it was definitely hard for me to accept and understand that, okay, I'm an individual now. Like, it's because I was still an individual, but it was like everything that I do, I don't have to second guess, or I don't have to run this by this, or, like get a group decision on it. It's kind of like I'm living for me, which actually was scary. I actually wanted to crawl back under the shell because it was like, wait, now I have to make my own decisions without somebody saying, well, maybe we shouldn't do this or maybe we should do that. Now it's like you have to make these decisions on your own, and I wasn't ready to do it. Like, I feel like when I first, became single, I was just like, ooh, I was outside and I was partying. I was trying to make up for whatever years I may have missed or thought I missed, so to speak. And then I realized, like, I have to have some level of balance. Like, what do I enjoy truly? Like, now I'm tired. I'm at the bar line, because I'm tired of this. Now it's the same routine, but I wasn't comfortable yet within my own skin or in my own home alone. I was scared to be in my house alone. Like, it was weird. It was so weird. It was literally like reinventing myself so that I can continue to service what I like. And I just didn't know what that was. So I felt lost. I really felt lost. It wasn't initially like that free feeling that everybody thinks it is. It was like, now what?
That's why a lot of women, sorry to cut you off, that's why a lot of women stay in situations.
Yes.
Because I know I had friends, they like, I'm doing this, I'm strong, I feel it, you get that burst of just, I can do whatever I need to do. And then when you start going, when them thoughts in your head and your mind is just idle and you just got all these random thoughts, you like, but it's more comfortable just being complacent and being there. So I commend you for doing that.
Thank you.
Especially since it was the right thing to do.
Thank you.
I love that.
Thank you. And to all my people, free yourself.
Free yourself. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Yes, period. What do you feel about both of us? We have our when I get my lashes done, we run like 15 different business ideas past each other each. Yeah. So as being a woman that could work a job but also know the entrepreneurship side of things, how do you feel about that, like the entrepreneurship versus the 9-to-5 life? Because me personally, as a person that want to start all of these businesses and want to do all of these things, I'm slowly just thinking like, I just want to work as a nurse and just travel. Like I don't want it's so much, like it's a headache. And I'm just thinking as I get older, like, do I really want to run my own business, or am I just cool with working and living life as just a regular 9-to-5 or 7 to 7 because I work 12 hours. But I've been on both sides. I ran business and I've worked a job. I've always worked a job. And then it was a point in my life where I said, I don't want to work. I'm focusing solely on this. And then that kind of worked. And then I went back. It's like, boom, to go back and forth to ping pong it. Sometimes I'm leaning more towards just working.
Okay. So for me, I feel like it all came as one. So even with the breakup and et cetera, because the reality of it is me being an entrepreneur and me, getting out of a relationship, I didn't realize I lacked structure. And I feel like the 9-to-5 does bring a certain level of structure. It does bring a routine. So I think that was a part of my fear too, because it was like, okay, I make my own schedule. I can do what I want to do. I can do anything I want to do, etc. But the reality of it is when I would, have fun, or when I would go out, or when I would party, I'm partying, of course, with my friends who are 9-to-5. So for them, it's like I clocked out, and tomorrow I know, I get to hang out, and then tomorrow I go punch back in. But for me, if I go hang with you, I'm taking away from time that I could be spending focusing on my craft. So I'm not realizing that I'm really robbing myself, because the difference between having a 9-to-5 and being an entrepreneur is you never clock out.
You never clock out.
You never clock out. And the weight of that, to wake up and trust yourself and bet on yourself every day, is scary. It is scary. And I don't think it's for everybody. And I feel like I wouldn't thrive without the 9-to-5ers. So I don't encourage anyone to just take that leap if that's not really for them. I think it works when you are a creative, because I think that the mind continues to feel like this is not enough. What do I want to do next? But when you come to that feeling of safety where you feel like, I like this. This is good. This is enough for me. Then I feel like you don't have to debate whether or not you should continue to pursue entrepreneurship, because that might not be your calling, because it really does take a lot out of you. And then we are serial entrepreneurs at that. So it's not like I have this one business and I'm focusing solely on it. So I realized the more I try to add to my plate, the more I take away from something else. So I dropped Ambry's Accountable Affirmations this year. I don't know the last time I dropped a lash pick. I do lashes. It's like that. I do my clients know, so my friends are like, oh, would you want to hang? I'm like, oh, I got 5 clients. They're like, do you? I ain't seen you posting. And it's like, I'm not pouring into my original baby because I'm over here trying to build this one. And it's a lot and it's stressful. So I feel like if that's what you feel like is your true calling, you want that closure and that net of knowing, hey, I know that I have my financial dues in order. This is what I want to do in my life. I say go for it.
But I'm biased because when I'm at work for those 12 hours, I'm like, I'm doing all this. I'm putting in 80 regular hours. I'm putting in 60 overtime hours. Imagine what I could be doing if I put all this into my own stuff. Then I'm thinking like, I'm always thinking. That's how I know the 9 to 5 isn't just for me. But I also, like you said, the structure of it. I feel like my whole life, the most structure I've ever had is when I go to work.
Yeah,
that's when I know I get to work. I gotta pass pills, do this. My day's done. Turn around, do it all again tomorrow. Every year, I say this year I'm gonna get more structured. This year I'm gonna get more disciplined, and it's just like. The job is just it's the most structure I have in my day, because even when I get off work, I'm like, okay, I need to do this. I got a million things to do, but I know at work from 7 to 7, this is my shift. This is my schedule. This is exactly what I'm doing. So I'm just torn.
Yeah. So I feel like that may be where the passive income comes into play. Like, so I realized that about me too. Like, I can't be everywhere at once because, I'm a licensed cosmetologist and I deal and dabble in hair. So it's like hair. So I need to step away from things that require me to have my hands on them, if that makes sense. I need something that's making money while exactly. And I think that's something that will service you, because you do like the structure of being a nurse, etc. But you can also create your own and build your own passive income outside of that to make you feel like I am an entrepreneur. Because entrepreneurship, and I think this is where the stigma goes wrong, is that if you're an entrepreneur, you can't also have a 9 to 5. Why can't I?
Right.
I can do both.
I can do whatever I want.
I'll pick up shifts. I'm a caregiver. I'll pick up shifts anytime, because the reality of it is I know exactly where my next dollar is coming from, and that's certain. That's sure. I can have 5 clients listed and 3 of them can cancel. You know what I'm saying? But I know if I work this 12-hour shift, I'm going to get paid for this shift that I worked. So the security and the stability that it provides, it's tough to walk away from.
Yeah, it is. It's very tough, because I know even with podcasting, you could have canceled at the last minute.
Yeah.
And I already got the hour, so it's just like, what am I supposed to do now? Even though I just can talk. I can talk. But it's like, I know for sure, no matter what happened, I have to go to work tomorrow at 7.
Yeah.
And I'm getting paid for those 12 hours. And it's just like,
that's so, it's so comforting.
I like to do things.
Yeah.
And things cost money. And I have a 6-year-old that is very expensive.
Yes.
So I need to know this time I'm getting paid every week. Like, I know what I'm getting paid. What do you feel about luxury lifestyle being forced upon you? Like, especially with social media. Like, you should have this. Let me tell you, let me be the first one to tell you, baby. I just started doing this. I used to just try to just do everything because I just want to look like I'm now. For when I'm 35, yeah. But anyway, I live under as low as I can go under my means.
Me too.
Because the things that I love to do are I want to travel.
Yes.
I love to travel. So if I have a car that's getting me from point A to point B, that is fine with me. Yeah. I have a house that feels like a home, that is fine to me. I'm able to take my daughter to Target every Friday. That is fine to me. Like, this luxury lifestyle that is like forced upon us, like, you should be driving this, your house should look like this, your shoes should look like this. I just feel like that is just, it's so crazy, because what's luxury to you may not be luxury to me.
So much pressure.
I have a sister. She is like a fashionista. Her thing is clothes and bags and all of that.
Yep.
And then it's me, who I wouldn't dare spend that on a purse. Yep. But will I spend that on a flight?
Yes. There we go.
Absolutely. Would I spend that on my kid? Absolutely. Would I spend it on me? Probably not. But would I spend it on my kid? So it's just like, I just want people to understand that what your luxury may not be luxury to me. Yep. My luxury is being able to take a week off from work. I might want to travel. I might want to just stay at home and just not do nothing. That's a luxury to me. Being able to wake up randomly and take my daughter on a road trip, that's a luxury to me. So I just feel like this luxury glitz and glamour lifestyle that's like forced upon us, especially on social media, and I'm just learning that with creating content. I used to be like, I don't want to do content because I don't like how this looks, or I need this. It's not aesthetically pleasing, but now I just get on there and I just go with my flow. Raw, real, uncut. This is just who I am, and it's just like, it's just really been working for me, and I just want people to understand that luxury is what you make it. Yes, it's not. What social media tries to push on you. So I feel like that too. I literally just had this conversation because I am the same way. I am going to travel. I don't care if it's Atlanta. I don't care if I just came back from a ski trip. I don't care where it is. And I have people around me like, oh my God, you always gone. You're always out of town. You're always traveling. And I'm like, you just bought that $1,200 bag. My travel was less than, like, but that's your thing. Yeah, but that's your thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
pay for what you want. You pay for items. You pay for materials. I like experiences. I'm an experience type of person. I will pay for an experience, and that's just my thing. So luxury to me, like you said, is literally being able to experience different settings, different people, because Detroit people are cool. I love my people. But when you go somewhere else, you realize how different,
how nice people really are.
How nice people are. I can go with my like this to somewhere that, you know, is popular, and I can feel comfortable. I don't feel like I gotta buff up and change. I don't feel the pressure of having to blend in with normal societal standards, because people aren't. I will buff up. However, but you know, that pressure of feeling like you have to look like this or you have to look like that, they don't do that in other places. I just like to experience other cultures, whether it's still right here where I am, close knit or whatever. Because like you say, even Ohio is going to be different than Detroit. We're right up the street, but it's different, you know. So yeah, I pay for experiences.
Another thing I love is I'm out of town. I'm anywhere else. I'm going to the club. I'm in the middle of the club, leaning with it, rocking with it. I'm not thinking about what this person got on or who this girl in here with her. No, that's another reason. That's another reason I like hanging out of town, because I'm at the club, sweaty, funky, dancing on the ground.
I don't feel judged.
I'm on the floor. I'm in a split. Actually, I'm in a split. You go out here, you have to be so. That's just not for me.
It's not for me either.
Which brings me to my next topic. How do you feel about the double standard with, as far as like when you're in a relationship or you're dating and women choose, like, okay, you dating somebody, right? The guy, he go out with the boys. They out to 4 a.m. You go out with your girls, he calling you at midnight. Where you at? I just made a reel on Instagram, like, ignore Mr. What you doing.
Somebody commented.
I said, ignore Mr. What you doing, because I'm in Paris leaving the club at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, and
he said, at 4 that's why you single, because don't nobody want no woman in the club at 4 o'clock in the morning, but you do it.
But I'm not in there by myself.
So what you think?
You know, you know how I feel. I just feel like we're in the men versus women era.
I agree.
And I feel like, you know, so I don't feel like, oh, anything a man can do, I can do. I mean, I do feel like that. Pause. But I don't feel like that. I can think it and not operate as such, because, of course, we still just carry ourselves differently. However, and that's another thing about being in relationships, etc. I feel like men have been choosing themselves for centuries, forever. Men are going to choose themselves. And I feel like I am not encouraging anybody to, you know, I don't want to encourage anything negative. I don't want to have too much of an impact to where X, Y, and Z. However, I encourage women to choose themselves as well within your situation. So, you know, within what's respectful for your situation, so to speak. But I'm not with it. If we got a strict 2 a.m. curfew, that's the curfew on both ends. And I feel like I'm not cutting up and doing all this. The access just is going to be revoked, because I realize how much access is really a privilege. So 2 a.m. is the cutoff. 2 a.m. is the cutoff. Or
I see you at home, baby.
I'll see you at home. And I do feel like it's healthy because one person can't be everything to somebody. Like, I feel like it's healthy for us to have our relationships outside of our partner.
What you mean?
Like, so even when it comes to like cheating, so to speak, like, that's a different topic, but I just feel like it's impossible. So if I'm dating and I have a significant other, it's impossible for me to want him to be my counselor, my teacher, my, you know, my confidant, the person who I come to a lot of my issues, my financial support. It's just a lot on one person. So if you go out with your friends and they give you this experience that I can't give them, your boys, y'all gonna talk about things that you can't talk about around me. The same way with my homegirls. If I bring a problem to my man, he might feel like, all right, but what's the solution? If I bring it to my girl, she gonna cry with me. And then, so it's a different experience, a different feeling that we give each other. So I'm not going to stop you from hanging with your homeboys. Like, I don't want you to stop me from hanging with my homegirls. However, if we have a respect level within the relationship, hang and kiki and talk about women and sports all y'all want. But at 2 a.m., we need to both be pulled. It's just what it is.
With you saying that, you know, you talk to your friends about different things and you talk to your man and vice versa. How do you feel about, how do you feel about significant others going through each other's phones? Because this is my take on it. I could be telling my sister anything. This is my
mama
sister.
wig was crooked.
Anything.
Anything.
Something she could be telling me.
I'm talking
deep.
Sending me and my girl, look at my
me and my sisters. We get in the nitty gritty. Come, I got a hair bump. Can you come? Pluck it like
for sure.
So I just feel like to go through. Invasive. I just feel like to go through my phone. You know who I'm talking to. To go through my phone.
You are so funny.
You might as well shoot me.
Yeah. I'd rather eat it.
If you tell me
eat my phone.
If you tell me get on the ground right now and lick the concrete,
or I gotta go through your phone.
Or give me your phone. I'm licking the concrete. You don't,
and it's not because they think because it's somebody else. Because no, it's just so personal in here.
It's mind you. I don't. First of all, I delete nothing.
Yeah,
I have messages from way back then because sometimes you got to remind them of.
Yeah.
So it's just like to go through my phone is literally so invasive. To go through my phone. When somebody go through my phone, I literally feel like they stuck their hand in my heart.
Yeah.
Twisted it and ripped it.
Because they don't realize it's not just about me. It's personal information about the people who are in my phone.
Exactly. And then you could be one of them people where me and you get into it now, you throwing up my sister business that I didn't even tell you, but now she think I told you because you went through my phone.
That's so invasive. I don't agree. I used to be.
I feel like that's a non-negotiable.
Yeah, I used to go through phones.
Back in the day, you sleep. I might be over here. Yeah. One time I went through this guy's phone. I was going through his phone like, and he laughed in his sleep.
Yeah,
he like, because I didn't find nothing. I'm like, oh, he deleted it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I used to, and we used to for the, like you said, the immature reasons, because we wanted to know what was happening. But the reality of it is, you gotta go through it and see what you thought you were gonna see, and you still gonna stay.
Because for my whole thing, another thing, reason I don't go through phones, because if you go looking, you're gonna find something.
You're gonna find it.
Even if I see something from 10 years before me, I'm still gonna feel away about it. So I just don't go looking for things because if it's not presented to me, it's not meant for me to know.
Facts. I'm a firm believer of that. Yeah.
Do you feel like that's a non-negotiable to go through your phone?
It's a non-negotiable. Like I said, it's so personal. And I used to go through phones. I used to do the whole sharing locations, which is another topic. The whole sharing locations with your significant other. How
do you feel about that? Sharing locations.
I've done it before. With my past relationship, but I feel like it was for the wrong. Like I feel like we were so young. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that we did was for immature reasons. Like it wasn't about safety. People like, oh, it's safety. It ain't no safety. It ain't no safety. You want to see what's going on.
I need to make sure you all right.
You need to make sure I'm where I said I was.
I need to make sure you all right. So now moving forward, your next relationship, are you open to dating right now, or are you on this not dating? Like,
I'm currently allowing whatever is for me to gravitate towards me. I don't have like a plan like, oh, I'm open to dating, I'm not open to dating. It's just kind of like that's not at the forefront of my focus right now.
But you're not blocking it out.
But I'm not blocking it out. Yep. So if it comes and it sweeps me off of my feet, then I'm like, okay, whatever. But if not, I'm not. That's not. I'm in the rebuilding era.
What's Ambry's type though?
Oh man. Like, what are we talking? Physical, all together?
2 physical and then 2 outside of physical.
Okay, so physical, I do have a type, actually. Some people don't.
Period, I don't.
I like, it's a basic type. It's not like a generalized. I love dark, thick hair. Eyebrow hair, facial hair, scalp hair. Like I like dark, like I like the dark thick eyebrows, like the monster look.
Why do men get the best eyebrows though?
I love it. I like dark thick eyebrows, dark thick hair, and I like a little height. I'm not like the tallest, but I'm not the shortest. I could kind of go 5'10" to 6'3", but I more so like the 6'1", so whatever. I like a little height, and I like dark, thick facial hair. But I'm learning that it's really less about the features, the physical features, and more about internal. So I did not know that I had an internal type, of course, until I became single again.
And what's that?
I like men who make my life easier.
Period.
And that's not in a financial sense. That doesn't have to be, it's like if I express a need and you want to make my life easier, like you want to take that load off of me naturally, because you're naturally that type of person. Why? Because I'm that type of person. And I've been in situations, whether with friends or family or relationships, where I felt like I was pouring from an empty cup, because if I hear somebody express a need and I love them,
that's me,
I'm running to the rescue. You know what I'm saying? So I realized I like that in men as well. I like that. When men are naturally, I don't want to express a need. And I'm not passive. I'm not going to say it and see if you're going to know.
Like,
I'm very direct.
I need this.
Yeah, I'm very direct.
Yeah.
Like, it would be nice if you were able to X, Y. I'm very direct, and I was not as direct. So I have communication with people like from my past who I may have, talked to or whatever in the past. And now when they encounter me, they're like, oh, you are really direct. I'm really sure. I know exactly who I am and what I want and what I don't want. And it's like a vetting phase. So you know how when you used to like date or talk to people, you would give it a little, and we'd be like, I don't really know if he did. I don't really know if he is. I'm wasting my time and yours.
I literally just told somebody like, I don't feel like you're able to give me what I need from a man that's dating me.
Flat out.
And he's like, but it's so soon. But I already know because
I
can tell because if you were, you would have done boom, 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 boom already. And these are things that don't even cost money. You get what I'm saying? Like, they're small things. Yep. And it's like, I gotta stop telling exactly what I like on here because then people be coming doing exactly what I like.
Are that,
but it's just like, I'm a person where you say something one time, it's a bookmark in my mind.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to do that.
Yeah.
I should do that.
Yeah.
If I do this, he'll have a better morning. Like that's how I think. So I expect you to think like me.
Yeah.
And I noticed that's why a lot of situations don't really work out because I expect people to move how I move. Another thing I noticed is my friend always tell me like I be getting rid of people real fast because I just feel like I don't have no more time to waste.
Yeah.
Like.
Period. So what are you dating or what's going on with you? You asked me.
Every time I talk about a man on the episode, by the next episode, we're not talking no more. Okay, so last episode, I talked about this guy I met or whatever. We was talking for a minute and we stopped talking because he was just like, men want you to chase them. I don't know why men want you to chase them, but and another thing,
they want you to send them flowers.
If you just listen, a person is going to tell you how they are.
Yep.
He was talking to me about his last girl and he just was talking. And my friend like, tell him you don't want to hear. No, I want to hear all of it.
I do.
I'm ear to the streets.
And that's how they do us. As soon as we start telling them what we experienced, they like, oh.
I'm letting him, at this point, he probably think he on the phone with his homeboy. I'm like, I don't even want to say talk because I don't even remember you on the phone with a girl.
Yep.
I am listening because one thing he said was, then we got to it and she gonna tell me I want to act like I'm the girl.
Noted.
Week later.
You acting like you the girl.
Okay.
She was right.
Okay. All right. I see what you did there.
I feel you, sis.
I see what you did there. So it's just like I am seeing someone.
Okay. Good.
We're only seeing each other.
Okay.
Good. He a little young, tender.
Okay, little tenderoni.
Little young one.
Cut this part. No YNs.
I'm not cutting it. So tell me, what about the YNs?
Okay. So the thing about it is, and I don't really. Okay, so the thing about it, I feel like men are kind of categorized by age groups. Mm-hmm. So I feel like the men that are older than us, I feel like they want to shape you into what they want you to be. Like they want to mold you, they want to shape you into what they want you to be. They're stuck in their ways, etc. Now this is just what I've experienced. I feel like men in our age group, a lot of them are in a phase where they're either coming out of a relationship, rebuilding their lives, they just had children, or they're looking to have children. They're just in a different phase. Guys younger than us, they have a fresher perspective on life. I feel like the generation before us, they're much more innovative. I feel like they stand on business a little bit more. Like they are a little more certain and sure, and it's crazy.
And a little more strict.
I feel like they stand on business much more. Like I don't know what it is about that generation, the males and the females, because I got some homegirls that are much younger than me.
Me too. And they come in like, no, like this is this and this is what it's gonna be.
And I don't feel like we did that enough.
And I have a homegirl that's younger than me. One of my close homegirls is younger than me, and she's probably the same age as my little boo. But now that you said that, I'm starting to see similarities. Like he came straight in out the gate. Like this is what I want.
Yeah.
This is what I want. This is what we're building towards. This is what boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, hold on.
Yeah. How you gonna tell me? How you gonna tell TT? Yeah.
So it's just like, but I like that.
Yeah.
But it's just like, that's something that I expect. I just expect the little young ones to just be wanting to just have fun.
Yeah.
But apparently, this is what it's gonna be.
They actually are super deep thinkers. They really don't like too much. They like
that too.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I can be myself without feeling like I'm a boring little auntie.
Yeah.
Okay, and then it's like men our age.
They already have a perspective on women, a negative perspective. Their vision is all their perspective is altered.
But I'm not gonna lie. but I have not dated a lot of older men, but the older men, I'm only saying men because
I haven't either. My age cap is 35, y'all.
Okay, I'm not gonna tell you mine. This is mine. I just turned that. So he told me to stop talking about him. But anyway, he was perfect. Yeah. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, he was perfect. Yeah. I'm not opposed to dating older because he was literally perfect. My only thing was, like you said, he was stuck in his ways. And I'm trying to think of one bad thing I could say about him. I really can't say nothing bad about him. We just clash because I feel like older men, I feel like this is why I'm single, period. Yeah. I'm not ready to just shut up and listen, you know? Okay. And I even
you do all your own stunts, so it's difficult.
Yeah, but I even feel like and some people that I was with, we could have probably still been together if I would have just
shut up. For sure.
But I just feel like with him, it's like a respect thing. Yeah. Like, this is what I said. This is what it's gonna be. I'm always that person to be like, but and a grown ass man don't really want to hear that. So I just feel like he was like he's perfect.
Ready. I thought I was ready, but I ain't ready enough.
He's perfect. Yeah, he's for somebody else. He's older. He's perfect. His stuff is together. He is A1. He like up here. He A1. He's literally that nigga.
And that's why he feel like he don't have to accept.
Yeah, he's really that nigga, but he's just not the nigga for me. Yeah, I want. Say what I want. Period. I want love, affection. I want all the things that people will deem under fairy tale. That's what I want.
So let me ask you this. Now it's me asking you this. But so do you feel like you get that same level of love and affection with men who feel like their stuff is all the way together and they're fighting it?
Honestly, I feel like a man, like, say for instance for him, just for example, I feel like anytime I needed anything, no cap on a dollar amount. Okay. Yeah. I'm talking about like real life shit. Like, save me, please. Yeah. He's coming with a cape. Yeah. He's able to do. Yeah. But however, he's not able to sit on the phone and fall asleep on the phone with me. Yeah. He's not able to do little things like that. You know, he was, I'm not gonna say he's not able to, because he is, if he wanted to be. That's just wasn't. Are
you willing to compromise that?
That just wasn't what he wanted to do. Vice versa, the man is able to do those little things that I like. He not able to take care of me and treat me like a baby. Yeah. And date me. So multiple times a week. Am I able to compromise what?
So are you able to compromise a little bit on, okay, I may not be able to give you the emotional security.
I can't compromise emotional. That's a non-negotiable me. I want to be able to lay with my man at night and talk about aliens and these things in the bottom of the ocean, and I want to be able to cook for you all day, and I want to be able to have days where we just do us and without you having to do 1,000,001 things. You know, and I know people always be like, he either got the time or got the money, but I just feel like God has somebody for me that got both. They got the time and they got the time and got the money. You know, you got balance. You know, it's gonna cost. It ain't cheap. I agree. I feel like it is somebody out here that have the money and the time. I am learning. I'll be wanting a lot of time now. The last few people that I've dealt with, now that I think back on it, and this is no shade to them, they didn't really have much going on. Okay, so they were able to give you the time. They able to just give me all this time. They didn't. But when I needed something, I always had to go to him. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm learning that the type of time that I was requiring was a bit extreme. Right. I was asking for a bit much as far as the type of time. Like, I'm used to dealing with Cujo from around the corner. Yeah. He don't got nothing else going. He got time to rub my feet when I agree. So am I completely compromising? Like, okay, you don't got to give me the time, just have the money. No, I need the time and the money, but I'm just learning that we are grown. We are grown adults. We both, you got your life, I got my life. We just have to make time for each other.
That was hard for me, exiting a long-term relationship where we lived together and we shared kids together. So it was no boundaries on the time we spent. Of course, we had work and life and whatever, but I'm able to see and be with this person at night, every night. So trying to date and expecting men to want to spend that same amount of time with me, I'm like, you don't want to be in my skin? are you kidding me?
Like,
and
why not?
Why not? You know, and I had to realize, like, okay, Ambry, you also need some balance, because these could be people who have been single for 3 years. So they're used to their personal space, or used to their own time. And here I am coming from this relationship where I was, you know, around my partner every single day. And they might want to, you know, see their person once a week. And I want to see my person 4 or 5 times a week. Like, where can we meet in the middle, you know? The last
guy I was dating, we was together literally every day.
Yeah.
For our little short span.
Yeah. Yeah.
We was together every day, literally every day. But what I noticed was we was together for every day for our little short span. We was together. But what I did notice was he was with me every day because he was using me trying to get over somebody. He was with me like that because he was trying to use me to get over somebody. You know, so he asked me, like, I want you to be my woman. I want you to be, I'm like, yeah. Like, okay, we together every day. We at the gym. We, but it really wasn't genuine coming from him. So moving on, the person that I'm dating now, you know, he work, he go to school, he has all these things. Good. And sometimes I have to check myself because it's like, why the fuck he asked me to just come over?
Yeah.
But I'm also like, he done went to work. He done did this with his kid. He done
like how you said you just want to chill around and eat spaghetti.
He might just be like, I did all this. I'm ready to just... Sometimes I just want to look ugly in peace. I want to have my little Norbit afro. Yes. And I just want to... Go Norbit, go to like at home chilling. Like, so I'm learning
you are so funny.
I'm learning to understand that it's okay. You don't have to be under nobody 24/7.
Yeah.
And it's no right or wrong way to date. You have to figure out what worked for you and the person you're dating. Because what worked for me and this person may not work for me and the next person, or me and the last person. So you just gotta, that's why I hate to date. I'm so opposed dating coaches and all of that, because you really don't know. You can't tell me how to get a man or how to keep a man, because
it's no
you do what works for you. It's no right or wrong way. And
that's like with parenting or anything.
And that's okay. So a question. This is a very broad question.
Okay.
Do you feel like women ask for too much out of men in relationships, or just dating? Period.
I feel like it depends. So, yeah, no, and this is about to be my little. I'm the accountable queen. I'm the accountability queen. They listen to my stories from my homegirls, and I be like, y'all are here. I would not date y'all.
Let me tell you something real quick. I'm on the phone with my friend. I'm like, we've been talking for 8 days. If he don't have me no flowers by the 14th day, I'm done. She like, what, Nichelle? Like, or I'm like, I'm on the phone. I'm like, I'm just not feeling it. Like, he not doing nothing.
Yeah.
And she like, y'all been talking for 6 days. I'm like, but he haven't done anything. She like, what? Like, what are we? But, and I also feel like, this brings me to a different topic. I feel like when you date a man that treats you like a little baby princess, angel face baby,
and that's what I'm coming for. Like,
and I feel like, and I honestly, and I'm gonna text him today. He really, this is not about nobody that I talked about already on this episode. Really made it hard for me to date, because when I date now, if I meet Sammy from around the corner, I meet TT from down the street, whoever I meet, I have a certain expectation.
Yeah,
like I want this.
But I think that's valid. I feel like that with the relationship before this one, I feel like my boundaries were a little different. But with this one, because our stars just didn't align. It wasn't like a bad, it was just like he had some things to work through, I had some things to work through. Everybody figured themselves out, But as far as where he set the bar high. So I come in with that same expectation. I don't feel like that makes you hard to date. I feel like your level or what you tolerate is just different. Like, I was exposed to this. Now that I know that it's out here, and now that I know I'm capable of having that, I don't want anything less. I'm not settling for anything less.
That's why when I say something, people are like, oh, you want a fairy tale. I had it before. It's not a fairy tale because I've had it. Well, why you not with that person? Because I'm not.
Yeah. Next question.
Because I'm not.
Yeah. I don't like that question. I don't like that question. Oh, I get a lot, when I started, when I was saying whatever, dating, whatever I call myself doing. Oh, well, why you ain't married? Or why you... That is such a disrespectful question. Like, first of all, why do everybody think... I'm not even going to say, why does everyone think that everyone wants to be married? It's really a valid question, though.
Do you want to be married?
Yes. But I can survive and live a healthy life without being married. Yep. I feel like it's a, to whom much is given, much is required. It's a lot of responsibility. I feel like it would just be, like I said, I was in a long-term relationship, and before that I was in another long-term relationship. So I gave all of my 20s to long-term relationships.
And me, vice versa. I've been single for like going on 4 or 5 years. It's like, I don't feel like this is normal.
Okay.
This can't be normal.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's not normal for me to be single this long. Yes, I had little situationships. Okay, that last little relationship I was in, he did ask me to be his girl, and I was his girl. But come on, now, it was only a few months, please.
Yeah.
But as far as really being with somebody and traveling and exploring the world and getting nice stuff, it's been like a minute.
Yeah.
But I just feel like me being single, I feel like, I know I come off as, I like to travel alone, I like to do this, I like to do that, but I'm starting to think I use that as like a trauma response, because it's like, I do enjoy being alone. Like, I do. When I go out of town by myself, I have a ball. Like, I have fun.
You do like,
but I feel like
I'd be scared, like my girl going to.
I feel like I made myself like, this just
because you're alone.
Yeah,
so
this
you
is
don't,
just, but I feel like I just made this into like who I am, a person that wants to be alone. So men probably really think I just want to be alone. I don't want to be alone. I'm looking for a man. Oh, I'm dating somebody. Never mind. Hold on. Hold on. But y'all know what I'm saying. I'm just not. First of all, let me say this. I am dating someone. We're dating. We're getting to know each other.
What they say, don't let your boyfriend stop you from finding your husband.
Yeah, we're dating. We're getting to know each other. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna leave it there.
I like how open and honest you are, because I heard you talk about at the beginning, like about how me with my podcast and what I was supposed to start and etc. And I'm not gonna lie, being in a relationship definitely hindered me from starting, because I am also unfiltered typically, and
it's a lot of stuff you can't.
It's a lot that I don't want to say, because I don't want to, disrespect my relationship, and even if I'm not intending to, what a person perceives as disrespectful could be different. So I just didn't want to open up that gap, and I do feel like that did hinder me, and not that he hindered me specifically. It was me versus me. I was in my own way. You know what I'm saying? I allowed the situation to hinder me, but I like how free and how open and honest you are. And every time I'm with you, it's just that push and that motivation that
come on, what are we doing?
I know, and just another. And I look at it like, all right, this is something else that you're gonna have to pour into. But it's
a sign of, like, I feel like me podcasting is like my form of therapy.
Okay,
I love it. I hear you. Get it. Like, when I go long periods without recording, I just be like anxious and bottled up in my anxiety. I feel like me podcasting is literally a form of my therapy. Like, talking, this is like girl talk. Like, we chilling. I don't look at podcasting as being like a hobby or just something else I'm doing.
Because I got a lot to say.
I look at it as my form of like therapy.
Yeah,
like, I can get on here and just talk to the camera and just talk without a guest.
Now, do you ever see? And that's my thing. Like, do I? Because I don't want it to be all of my perspective, because I can be opinionated sometimes. I can be, very passionate in certain topics, etc. But I don't want necessarily a co-host, but I do want someone to keep the conversation alive, because so I will ramble.
Well, we were talking about, I was telling him that I'm considering getting, like, like he referenced like 106 in Park. Like, say for instance, we do this episode, and like the girl who did the last episode, Marva, she's gonna come back and do like a couple more episodes. Okay. And we just gonna talk about like just things.
Yeah.
And then say for instance, you came back and did a couple episodes, and then somebody else like,
so I just get used to these people and their
just a different perspective.
Yeah.
Like, have a guy on for a few minutes to talk. So I feel like
I was thinking about that. Like, if I did do a co-host, I think that it would be male.
But a set co-host, if I had a set, it would be a man.
Yeah, I would do a man too. I want the controversy. Mm-hmm. I'm controversial.
Marva, the last episode I did last week, when the episode first came on, we talked about this lady who, like, a relationship coach. Her name Tasia. You probably don't know.
That's my girl. You don't like her?
Some things,
but some things I know.
I just feel like, as a single woman, why are you giving me relationship advice?
Okay, so I have a different perspective on that.
Okay, this is what I liked about Marva, because Marva like, oh no, because she been through stuff.
That's exactly. I can tell you what not to do. I'm giving you the game so you don't end up like me, like literally. And and then even with the single, okay, so I'm happy you said that, because sometimes it really is by choice.
Yeah.
Like, because she's single doesn't mean like, okay, I'm having a hard time dating or I'm having a hard time finding a man. It's more like, okay, maybe I took a pause on dating, or maybe I'm shifting through and I'm seeing that these men that I'm dating are not really what I want. So I'm choosing to stay single, you know, so it could be that too. So I think you should change your perspective. That's my girl. She is who is continuing to give me the daily motivation that I need. That's my girl. I really like her.
I just feel like, who
do you think you are?
Some people, I just feel like, okay, your opinion is okay. Your opinion is valid.
Yeah.
But at the same time, why are we looking to these people for advice? What happened to going to your grandma, and your auntie, and your...
I'm happy you said that. So this is the thing with Tasia. This is what I like about her. She knows her audience.
Mm-hmm.
You're not her audience. Why? Because you're already strong. You're already dominant. You already have a head on your shoulders where you can think yourself out of a paper bag. You already have that discernment about you. So, and that's why her thing is the relationship coach. I'm here to help women control their emotions so that their emotions don't control them. However, that's my girl like that. I know her slogan and everything. However, and see, that's not my girl because I feel like she inspires me with what she says. I feel like she inspires me with what she does, because it's a lot of people who are not able to control their emotions, who are still crashing out, who are, not necessarily though.
Sometimes I did it.
I don't feel like you're her audience.
I'm not her audience because I'm already opposed.
And that's my point. So
but I crashed out a few months ago. Crazy. I went to jail.
I crashed out too.
I went to jail.
Yeah, I crashed out too. But you know, like, so, and I don't want to say this because I don't want to take away from what she's doing, but for those people who need that extra guidance on dating, you're not her. You get what I'm saying? You're not her audience because you don't need help. You do all your own stunts. You're self-motivated. You're self-driven. Her audience, the people who she's targeting, are not self-driven. And that's what I like about her too, because I also too want these people who are not self-driven to know, stand up, get off the...
And I feel like that's who my audience is. I feel like my audience, the people I talk to, are people who need that extra push. And I'm telling you, I can do it.
You can do it. And that's her. And I think that's her angle. So it's less about, I'm a single woman, helping other, whatever. I think it's more so about stop being a fool. Stop being so easily swayed. That's what I get from her. So that's why I like her. That's my girl. No,
y'all, to see us stands. I'm gonna have to watch some videos. But what can we expect from Ambry this year, 2026?
Okay, so piggybacking off of what we said about the podcast, and so that was another reason for Ambry's Accountable Affirmations. I wanted to start to give the world a snippet of me.
Like you build your community already,
right? I wanted to build my community, so. Like a couple of years ago, it was this guy. He was a popular podcaster, and I saw him at a party, and I walked up to him, and I was like, "Hey, whatever." We were talking, and I'm like, "I want to be on one of your episodes, or what do I need? Whatever." And he was like, "Okay, we'll pull up your Instagram, whatever." And I pulled it up, and it's me looking cute, out of town, outside. He was like, "Well, if I found you on Instagram without us connecting in person, what about you would I feel like I want her on my episode? What are you displaying to me that shows me that this is your passion? That shows me he don't know me. He don't know how to talk crazy. He doesn't know me. So for him, it's like, what's your selling point? So this year I am rebranding. Rebranding while still, like you said, showing that realistic, personalized aspect. I am going to continue to be more vulnerable with myself. That doesn't mean I have to tell all of my business, just vulnerable in a sense to show how relatable I am with certain subjects and certain topics. And like I said, the Accountable Affirmations is my angle because I am the accountability queen. That's my catch. I'm the accountability queen, and I want people to know that you are more in control of your life than you think. Like, things don't happen to you, they happen for you.
I love that.
That's it. So that's what you can expect from me. You can expect to see my face more, whether it's me talking to me with a green screen, or it's me talking to people, or whatever. I am just going to, because when I went to cosmetology school, I started to learn that my passion was to make people feel good. I realized that about myself. Like, I like to make people feel good. But of course, I was already, doing the lashes and things like that. So I get to talk to my clients and make them feel good about themselves, make them feel pretty. But I realized me making people feel good went beyond what I can do with my hands. I can reach way more people with my voice. And I'm just tired of not, what's my excuse now? First, it was like, oh, I'm in a relationship, I don't want to disrespect.
What's your
Now what? You know, so just letting go, holding myself accountable. That's what you're going to see from me this year. Me holding myself accountable.
Tell us your social media platforms.
My social media is Ambadu. That's AMBADU, no underscore, straight through. My lash page is Paralash, PARI_LASH.
Last question. If you could describe the season of life that you're in right now in a song, what would the song be?
A song?
Any song, any genre.
Yeah, I'm living my best life. I ain't going back and forth.
I love
with
that.
You bleep bleep.
Not Lil Duval. I would have never thought you.
Because I thought you were gonna say describe a word.
No,
and I was gonna say like, oh, season of renewal or something. You know, something.
No, I like to get down to the nitty
song, gritty. That one for sure. Or, man. Closer to My Dreams.
Oh, I love that. That's my morning song on the way to work.
Closer to My Dreams. Because it's me versus me. Mm-hmm. Like, I had all of these different, I don't want to see myself on I don't like hearing my own voice. I would pull any excuse out of the book to not do what I really am passionate about. I just
was saying I don't want to hear my own voice, but what's crazy is confession. Last episode is the first episode I listened all the way through before I posted it.
Congratulations.
Because I was talking about the guy that I'm back talking to. I was talking about him
like a dog.
I was just like, he's stupid, like, you know. So I had to go through and clip out everything, and I'm like, I never listened to but I don't like the way my voice sounds. Yeah, but I'm gonna start doing that because it was a few things I caught, and it was also a few things that I know that to do better, which I did better on this episode. I can't wait to ask him because I was like, what you think about the episode?
Okay.
But yeah, I really appreciate you for coming. Yes. I love
Thank you for having me.
This person.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
You are just like new and improved.
Yes.
Ambry 3.5.
Yeah. I'm trying to get to 4.0.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
I'm willing to.
That means a lot, you know, because I'm just doing what No, and to know that people are noticing and, you know, that impact, it just is that extra it's just everything aligned. Stars aligned.
I can't wait till you start your own podcast. Yes. I am willing to be a guest.
Yes.
Preferably the first guest.
Yes.
And I can't wait to see all things that's coming from this.
Thank you.
I love it. I love this. Everything is just yeah, I love it. You look everything. Yeah,
I do that. Yeah,
my daughter be like, "Clock it."
Yeah,
but yeah, I really I appreciate you for coming. As always, it's always a pleasure to have you. I love how we can just talk and just
thank you for having me.
So thank you.
Yes,
this is episode 136. Damn, 136 is crazy.
I really want to know what episode I came on. It had to be.
I'm about to look right now.
And as soon as I posted it, everybody's like, "Oh, you started." I'm like, "No,
Huh? Oh yeah.